The towering skyscrapers that surround Quincy Market in beautiful Boston, Massachusetts. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And just a 2-point win there. They had to fight tooth and nail for it.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
Now Golden State's starting five. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Big Daddy is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Crowder. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Phillips. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Thomas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Pass to Phillips. Over in the corner, Barnes. Outside, Green. Nailed from three-point land.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry against Thomas. Sullinger the screen. To the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing. Busted. No good that time either. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Thomas. Kicks to Crowder. Barnes grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Phillips, the pass to Barnes. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Here's Phillips. And again, no good by Golden State.
It has not been an easy quarter for him. At least offensively speaking.
Thomas against Curry. In the corner, Crowder with it. Barnes grabs the miss. The Warriors trail. Here's Phillips, and the 3 ball is good. Big Daddy's got 5 now.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's just simple.
For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston, we've got Mickey. He's out there with Lance Thomas. Bradley is out there with Jared Sullinger.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grip.
Iguodala against Bradley. Iguodala with the steal. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. They get it again.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Phillips. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Crowder is checked in for Thomas. Alex Len's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 5. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Good. And that's 10 points for Freak.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a
What'd you say, Wilson? It won't let you text, bro.
Pass to Crowder. They set the pick. He dishes it to Bradley. Good on the triple.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Phillips. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Sirven, the shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The feed now to Green. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. No good from Phillips.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Iguodala, the pass to Phillips. Green left side. Golden State moving the ball around.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Here we go, Boston. Now
Curry's checked in for Warriors.
all right, let's keep it going for your Celtics dancers.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Warriors ahead, up by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. What's working and what's not working for you guys out here tonight?
No, the clock.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Take a look at what Big Daddy's been doing. He has 12 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Barnes and Green of the forward set. Curry is out there with Big Daddy, and it's Len in at the 5. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. Great D that time from Green.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Blocking foul, called on Avery Bradley. That's his second personal. First team foul.
Here's Big Daddy, guarded by Bradley. Bumped on the way up, but hits it, and they call the blocking foul.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Out to the right wing, Phillips. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Thomas dishes to Bradley. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Shot clock at 5. Thomas passes to Mozgov. His first shot coming late, and it's good. Warriors leading by 5. Len with a screen on Thomas. Here's Big Daddy. He's got 14. Tries again, and the layup by Curry.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Now, here's Thomas. 8 points for him. And it's Bradley. That time on the... Assist by Thomas. Bradley's got 5 now.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Sullinger the screen. Count it, and the Warriors lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Crowder.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Here's Big Daddy. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Thomas against Curry. Thomas goes in. Green with the block. And he gets it back. To the inside. It's stolen by Sullinger. Land against Bradley. Sullinger the screen, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know. Then for Boston, Amir Johnson's checked in for Jared Sullinger, and Thomas subbed in for Bradley. The Warriors also with a sub. Phillips, he's checked in for Curry. Here's Phillips. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Warriors leading by 4.
Move the ball. Stick it to left.
Now the pass to Green. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Here's Mickey. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the foul called on Free. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here.
Checking in for Celtics. Columbus.
To the left wing. Here's Columbus. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Passes it to Ezeli. Thompson from long range. And the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Celtics have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Green. Here's Phillips. And again, no good by Golden State.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Johnson the screen. Outside Thomas. Lets it go from the wing. Cannot hit. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Celtics. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. So it's the Celtics now. It's a 1-point game. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And Thomas, here we go, and that one's good. Thomas got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Boston.
You know, earlier in the game, they had trouble getting on track, shooting a really poor percentage. But they've overcome that now, and they look to be in a nice rhythm and flow.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Celtics shooting 41% for the game. Fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Thomas. 12 points, and he can do 6 points from the free throw line. That's nice work.
And Clark, it'll definitely help their cause.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
The dish to Mozgov. Mozgov, a screen on Barnes. Picked by Mozgov. Thomas, it's a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Here's Boston now. Let's go quickly over the court. Update.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Sullinger the screen. Bradley against Thompson. Clock at 6. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Jared Sullinger will be at the line shooting.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
It's stolen by Bradley. And Thomas, here we go. Here's Sullinger. And Sullinger missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Celtics passing it around. Baseline Jay on the way, and Sullinger missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Barnes can't get it to go.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. He feeds it to Mozgov. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got assist number 5 here tonight.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
Green uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Thomas dishes to Sullinger. From the arc. Kept alive. And Timothy Mozgov again. Mozgov's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
And amazing that they hold the lead with how poorly they shot in the first half, but they've defended at a high level and remain in control.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Boston.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Mozgov with the steal, and now the fast break. Thomas.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.